8, it said I was like my body fat was like 15.9, but then when I put 5'9", it put like was it 13.8? So like I'm not really too sure about that, but yeah, the goal is kind of lose weight and get like visible abs.
Okay. So, how much you weigh now?
145.
145. So let's say you got to get down to like 135 for you to look the way you want to look.
Right, right.
You can see me, right?
Yeah, I can see you.
All right. So let's say you got to get down to 135. So you just got to lose around like 10 pounds of body fat. So you know the basics, right? You got to eat enough protein. You got to get a calorie deficit. Now, when it comes to cheat meals, I recommend you track your calories every day, even on the days when you do have a cheat meal, because you want to know that just because you're having a cheat meal that day, that you're not like throwing off the amount of calories that you should be eating for the entire week. So let's say you're in a calorie deficit 6 days out the week. So you're good. If you keep this up, you're going to drop the body fat. You will have abs eventually. But 1 day a week, you having this ridiculous cheat meal. If you go too overboard, that could just mess up your progress. So I recommend, tracking your calories.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. So would you say like one cheat meal a week? One or two?
Yeah. Now, I think like one crazy cheat meal a week, just not too crazy. Like, what are you thinking when it comes to a cheat meal? Like, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I like depends, but I mean, usually just going out to eat, maybe getting like some Chick-fil-A or Panda. I mean, I know even when you go to like those fast food, they're like healthier options. But and sometimes I do like go with the healthier options, right? Like actually yesterday at Panda, I got like super greens and like some grilled chicken teriyaki just to like get the calories down a little bit. But I would say mainly, honestly, yeah, just going to like restaurants. That's kind of like the cheat meal.
Yeah, I would do like one of those a week, and I
Okay.
would try my best to track those calories. It's not gonna be perfect because you can't find everything on my fitness pal, but I would just try my best. Um, Now let's say it's dinner time or like lunchtime that you're going out for this cheat meal once a week. I would just make sure everything else that day is just on point. So I would just go lighter with the carbs for the other 2 meals of the day. This way you have more calories to spare for your cheat meal.
Okay, gotcha. So, okay, on that day, just go a little bit lighter on carbs, you said?
Yeah. Like if you're gonna go out to Chick-fil-A for like your dinner on Saturday night, that's the day you decide to have a cheat meal. Like breakfast and lunch, it would virtually be like no carbs. You know what I would
Okay.
eat? I would do egg whites for breakfast and then chicken breast and
Yeah,
broccoli for lunch. And then for dinner time, I'd have a little bit more flexibility.
got you. So you say if you do have like if you know you're gonna have a cheat meal at some point in the day, make sure like outside the cheat meal you have like low calories.
Yeah,
Okay.
more so low carbs and fats, right? Lower carbs
Okay.
and fats. You want your proteins to be high for those other meals.
Got you.
Yeah, and once again, I would only be doing this like 1 day a week. You know, summertime is
Okay.
right around the corner, man. You can't be playing around.
Yeah, I get what you mean. But yeah, no, I also had like actually when I first started, I was like about 155, 160, and then I was losing weight, but then I was like a little concerned like, "Oh, am I losing muscle or am I losing fat?" But then actually when I first started, I was like about 20% in body fat, and like I just told you earlier, it went down to around like I mean, I don't really know I guess the height, but we can say like, okay, around like 13 to 16. So that does mean I'm losing fat, right?
Yeah. Look, the best way for you to tell if you're losing muscle is to measure your strength. So if you're
Okay.
lifting weights, right, and you lose 20 pounds, but you're the same level of strength with all your major lifts, like let's say your bench press, your squat, deadlift, etc. If your strength is the same or if it went up, that means that you lost body fat. If you get really weak, you lost a lot of muscle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, got you. Yeah, no, I'm just trying to be a little more consistent, like this, I'm like a student going to school this semester. It's kind of like a little difficult from time to time, but I try to get consistent where I can. And I also like, I've seen your videos and how some of the stuff you mentioned, like if you don't got time to go for your normal session, you go like half your session. Like usually it takes me like an hour and a half, but sometimes I don't have time for that. Then I try to go like 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Right.
People, it's like they can't do the full workout, so they don't do anything. This is why when the pandemic happened, so many people like fell off and they gained so much weight because they're used to going to the gym, but now the gym's not available. You got to do push-ups. You can't do the bench press, but they didn't even do that. So now you're doing nothing and you replacing your workout with eating and you gain weight. So yeah, being adaptable and be able to do something that leads to long-lasting success.
Okay, got you. Yeah. Yeah, just on it. Just got
Yeah,
track.
man, take pictures.
Oh, like progress?
Yeah, take a photo like every week or every other week.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. But
Yeah.
I don't know, for me, it's just like, I mean, I think that we all know this, but just when it comes to like losing the belly fat, right? Getting the abs just like so hard. It takes like a while, right?
Yeah, because you got to be the leanest. Like you got to have a low, what am I even saying? You got to have a low body fat to actually see your abs.
Okay,
You
gotcha.
could be at like 16% body fat and have veins in your arms, but for you to see a defined six pack, you got to be at like 10%, 11%. So you got to be pretty lean to see the abs.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, if you don't mind, I would like to show, no, I would like to show my physique a little bit to you to see if like, oh, you see any progress or anything.
Yeah, man. Just make sure you dressed and you don't get my page flagged.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, I got the pants on, but if I just take the shirt off, you can see the, or is that?
Yeah. You can do that. Yeah. I
All
had
right.
somebody else come on here with underwear. I'm like, come on, man, put your pants on.
Oh no, you good. But yeah, give me 1 second. I just want to make when I get to a good place with some good lighting. Oh, should be decent enough. But yeah, man, I've been watching like a lot of your videos. Like, oh, you there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Yeah, I've been like watching a lot of your videos. You keep it sweet, super simple. It's really been helpful.
That means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. All right. Can you see?
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I see you. All right, turn to the side.
This way?
Yeah. And the other
Okay.
side. Yeah, so I feel like you losing 10 pounds of body fat would be good.
Okay.
At the same time, like how much protein you eat in a day?
Yeah, so I mean, the thing is, I don't really like eat like a lot of meat at home or anything because like parents are like vegetarian. So I do like try to eat it when I go outside and stuff like that. But I do like eat like eggs, get your whey protein, Greek yogurt, all that good stuff. So I've been trying to get around. I aim for at least 100 a day.
And you weigh 140.
Yeah, like 145.
I would try to get 150.
Oh, 150. Okay.
Yeah. So for you, I would try to eat. So what's your calorie maintenance? Do you know what that is?
Calorie maintenance. I think I'm not sure exactly, but the thing is, what do you call it? I on MyFitnessPal I have like a around like a goal of how many calories I'm trying to eat per day. Like I think if you go to the what is it, the calculator.com for
Yeah.
calories or something,
Huh?
you input all your information, everything, and you want to lose like weight at a reasonable rate, stuff like that, right? For me, it recommended that um shoot, I'm trying to think. It was about 2,100 calories.
Okay. Was that your maintenance or your deficit?
I think it was like a deficit because you usually you know how when you go to that website, right? You input all your information and then it says, okay, if you want to lose like weight, like if you want to lose a pound per week, it gives you the number. And
Yeah.
for me, that number was 2,100.
Okay. So I would do that.
Okay.
If I was you, I'd recommend doing 2,100 calories a day. This way, that'll have you losing 1 pound a week. You just got to do that consistently. And even though you're doing 2,100 calories a day, I would make sure you're getting in at least 150 grams of protein a day.
Oh, okay.
Now, also, when you do those calorie calculators, you got to make sure that you're being accurate with how active you are.
Right.
Like 9 times out of 10, people think that they're more active than they actually are. So I always recommend, if you think you're very active, just say active. If you think you're active, say you're sedentary. I always choose a level below.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I mean, you do that consistently and you track your calories, you'll be good. But to be honest with you, when it comes to cheat meals, man, I wouldn't even be doing no cheat meals right now. Summertime is right around the corner.
Okay.
I wouldn't even be doing cheat meals. What I like to do is follow a kind of more flexible dieting approach. So instead of like I'm pretty sure you've seen videos where I talk about chicken breasts and vegetables.
Yeah.
But I'm flexible. So like my wife is here. So last night we had chicken thighs and broccoli, and I had like 2 rice cakes. For lunch we had steak, vegetables, and a few rice cakes. Actually, I didn't have rice cakes for lunch, but we swap out the protein sources. So you can get a little flexible. I know you said you're mainly vegetarian at home, but
yeah.
Just try to stick to that formula. Try to keep it somewhat strict and just give yourself a little bit of wiggle room with the seasonings that you use. But it is going to take some level of discipline, because if you don't stick within that calorie range and eat enough protein, you're not going to get the result that you're looking for.
Okay, gotcha.
Hey man, I think just lock in for the next 3 months. Get to the goal. Then you can start doing the cheat meal once a week. You can't go crazy because then you'll gain the weight back. But get to the goal. Like, lock in to get to that goal.
Okay, gotcha. And would you say with the calories, I mean, yeah, like I said, right now it's 2,100. Do you think like trying to reduce that would just be a bit more aggressive? Like aggressive of a deficit?
When you did the calorie calculations, did you say you were active, very active? What?
Yeah, I said like 3 to 4 times a week, because that would mean me like at least going to the gym 3 to 4 times a week, or like at least getting some steps in, because usually when I do like go to school, I get around at least like 5,000 steps, I'd say, per day.
All right. Yeah, I mean, you could try it. Try 2,100, see what happens. If that's not good enough, then drop it down to like 1,900, see how that works. For you, though, after looking at your physique, I would say prioritize that protein, though, and lift weights hard. Like, actually push yourself in the gym. Like, work out like you're trying to get stronger every workout. Like, really push yourself. Don't hurt yourself, but push yourself.
Right. And obviously just try.
You breaking up, man. You broke up. Say it again.
Oh no, I was just saying also like get the cardio, like you previously mentioned in your videos, like around 30 to 60 minutes, like just that can include walking.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, for you, like when I say walking outside, I'm usually talking about like people's grandmas. For you, you could get on the Stairmaster, or you can jog or swim. You know what I'm saying? Do something that's going to be challenging for you.
I got a walking pad at home, actually.
Okay, that's cool. For younger people, I usually recommend pushing yourself a little bit, like go on a jog. On the days you're tired, you can walk, but push yourself.
Okay, got you, man.
Hey, man.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I had. And no, yeah, I just want to reiterate. I just want to make sure. But you can see like the progress. Like I made some progress, right?
I don't know what you look like before.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. You got a point.
Yeah, take photos though. Take photos every week, and then in a month, let me know, what's going on.
Okay, yeah, got you, man. Yo, are you like live every month or something? Like you do these Q&As?
I'm gonna try to do it every day. It's my first time doing this.
Oh, actually, okay.
Yeah. I'm using StreamYard. This is my first time doing this, so it's new to me.
Oh, okay. I hope I'm memorable, I guess.
Yeah, man, just do you the first one. Especially on Instagram, it's the first one.
Oh, actually, okay. Appreciate it.
Well, where you calling from?
Texas.
Oh, shoot, that's crazy. Me and my wife about to move down there.
Oh, really? Where are you from, by the way?
New York.
New York. Okay.
Yeah, we think about going to where is it? Dallas? Yeah, we think about going.
Oh, I'm from Dallas too.
Oh, that's crazy. You might get a workout in.
Yeah, yes sir. Yeah, do y'all know Frisco by chance? No. It's like a suburb in Dallas.
I've never been there before.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what you just said. Sound like a curse. Nah, I'll just bust with you. Yeah, so shoot me a DM, bro.
Oh yeah, got you, yeah.
All right.
All right, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Have a good day.
You too.
Hello.
Hello, Dexter. How are you?
I'm alright.
That's good. Oh, sorry. 1 second. To everybody that is asking questions, I'm not answering questions from the comment section. You got to click the link and come up here. All right. All right. So how we doing, Dexter?
I'm alright. How have you been, my friend?
Doing all right. Doing good. No complaints.
So basically, do you know how summer's around the corner? Like it's just a few months away.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to walk around with my t-shirt off in it.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm only like I used to be very fat. Like I was like very fat back in the day, lad. Like it was like I was like at least 40 pounds overweight, minimum 40 pounds overweight. But now I'm like 30 pounds overweight because I've grown up and stuff. So I'm trying to lose 2 pounds a week for the next 15 weeks. But will that 2 pounds be fat or will it be like muscle or water and stuff?
It'll be. It depends on how you do it. You know, like if you just starve yourself and you don't work out, you'll lose a lot of muscle. But if you go into a calorie deficit of 1,000 well, do you know what I'm saying when I say calorie deficit? You know what I mean by that?
So basically, I was aggressive cutting before, so I was losing about like 11 pounds in 1 month. Then I stopped doing it because my energy levels were rubbish, and like I was like, hello, sorry,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, my energy levels were rubbish, and I couldn't really do anything. Like I wouldn't feel like going to the gym. Like I had to push myself. Like just toxic motivation videos.
Yeah.
I'll watch that to go to the gym, and like I'd eat like a cheat meal and then feel bad about it after.
Okay. So it sounds like you probably were a little bit too restrictive with your diet. Give me an example of how you were eating.
So I would eat let me think. So I would have some chicken pasta or like chicken wrap or chicken noodles or something. And then out for dinner, and then out for like if I had like 300-400 calories left, I'd have like popcorn and chocolate just to curb my sweet craving.
Okay.
Or
How many calories were you eating a day?
how many calories I was eating? Sorry, are you still there? Sorry, hello.
Yeah. Hey.
Sorry, it was called. So I was eating about 1,400 calories a day.
Now, how much you weigh?
Before I weighed 180. Right now I weigh like 160, 165.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, you okay? Yeah, you're not too heavy. You're not too heavy. All right. So the
But
foods that you're eating, it don't really sound like you were eating the best food choices. You know what I'm saying? Now, how many grams of protein were you eating a day?
140 grams.
Yeah, you could have bumped that up a little bit. Now, what you did, it's not terrible, but it wasn't like the most filling options. So let me show you an example. This is a picture, right, of what I eat in a day. You see this?
Yes, boss. I see
All right,
it.
so breakfast, that's 2 cups of egg whites. So it's a lot of food. For lunch, I got the steak, vegetables, and 2 rice cakes. Dinner, I got the chicken breast, vegetables, 2 rice cakes. And then for dessert, I have some it's like protein powder mixed in with a protein bar. So all in all, this is 1,500 calories and like 210 grams of protein. I eat that, I'm full. You know, this right here, that dessert, that satisfies that craving that I have late at night. Now, I would recommend that you eat food that is a little bit more filling for you. That's why I recommend protein and vegetables so much, just because it keeps you full.
The problem with me is like do you know what like I done that diet before. Do you only eat vegetables and protein and protein bars and stuff? My stomach turned proper like I had like what's that thing called again? Do you know, like IBS?
Yeah.
My IBS went like 10 times worse.
Okay, so if you can't do the protein bars, then don't do that. You can swap that out. No protein shakes, no protein bars. Just eat the protein sources like the egg whites, the chicken, the steak, the fish. Do the veggies. You can add in a little bit of rice. When I say a little bit, I mean like a little bit of rice, like a half a cup of cooked rice. You know.
Yeah, I understand. And I have one more question, if that's all right.
Yeah, good.
So if my maintenance is like 2,700 calories, and
Yeah.
I'm eating 2,200. If I eat like 200 grams of protein for for 16 weeks, weight train, weight train 4 times a week, and do 15k steps, do you think I can burn that 30 pounds of fat or not?
Yeah, of course. Um, Now you said you weigh 165, right?
Yeah,
Why do you think your maintenance is 2,700?
because what's it called? My mate, because I'm going gym about 4 or 5 times a week now.
What are you doing in the gym?
So I do like the machine weights.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't think your maintenance is that high. To be honest with you, I think you probably overestimated it.
So what should I put
I
instead of
weigh.
body?
I'm
Sorry.
220. I'm 220 pounds, and when I calculate my maintenance is 2,700. So I would. I think that's a little bit too high.
Oh,
So,
maybe. So I use TD calculator, and I put my weight, and I put moderately active 3 to 5 times a week, and it put 27. It put 2,700 on there. So
all right. Well, look, you could try doing the 2,200. Right? I mean, no. You should be doing 1,700 then because you're trying to lose 2 pounds a week, right?
yeah.
All right. So I would do 1,700 calories a day. You could do
Yeah.
200 grams of protein a day. Now, when you're lifting weights, try to work out and try to aim to get stronger, right? So those are the two things you want to be looking for. You want the scale to go down, and you want to see your strength go up. A month from now, if you're 10 pounds lighter and you're lifting heavier than you were before, that's tremendous. You can't ask for anything better than that.
Yeah, but I don't really want like lifting. I'm just doing this for because I'm an athlete. That's why.
Okay.
It's because what's it called? Do you know like right now I'm like 25%. I would say 23 to 25%. I'm trying to get to 12% by August 1st.
Okay.
Is it possible? You think if I have no cheat days, nothing for 3 4 months?
Yeah, I mean, it might be. It might be. Just try your best. Because look, even if you don't get down to 12%, if you get to 16%, that's better than nothing. So just try it.
Yeah.
You know?
So sorry. So do I have to be do I have to be like in like So is there no way I can lose 2 pounds a week from a 500 calorie deficit? Does it have to be that low? Even if I
Yeah,
like.
yeah. It's math. There are 7,000 calories and 2 pounds of body fat. Right. So you need to be eating 1,000 calories less than your maintenance for 7 days straight for you to lose 2 pounds of body fat in 7 days.
So
Right.
even if I do like more exercise, it's still not possible.
Well, so if you burn 500 more calories and you eat 500 less calories, then you'll still be in that 1,000 calorie deficit. And you do that for 7 days, you'll lose 2 pounds. So that's one way to go about it. Now, from what I've seen, for you to burn 500 calories worth, from doing physical activity, you got to be doing like an hour on the Stairmaster or running like 4.5 miles. It may be easier for you to just, eat less food than to put that much wear and tear on your body.
Okay, I understand.
But try it out. Try it out. I just know from personal experience, when I was younger, I was 19, I was trying to burn a whole bunch of calories just by doing cardio, and my knees still click to this day. That was like 10 years ago.
Oh, do you know like Aaron the plumber? Do you know who that is? Aaron the plumber.
Yeah. That's
Like,
yeah, I love his stuff. You're like, let's get jiggy, man, in a real way.
well, do you know Dexter Morgan? Do you know Dexter Morgan?
Nah, I don't know what that is.
Okay, cool. So basically, like, I'm only like the only problem is I'm like 5'6", so that's why my maintenance is like like the thing is I like eating sweets. That's my problem. Like I have like a really bad sweet tooth, and fruit just doesn't do it for me. That's the issue.
Okay.
So that's like when I have 400 calories left, I try and like just use it for sweets.
That could be hard though, because it's hard to eat sweets in moderation because it's so addicting. That's why I recommend doing protein bars instead of like Hershey bars, because you can practice moderation with protein bars because it's not as addicting. you just probably addicted to sugar right now. So you just, got to go through your little withdrawal. You
Yeah.
know,
So wait,
Yeah.
so if I do eat like a little like a 100 calorie chocolate bar a day, like so 100 calories, just to
Yeah, you'll
confirm
be fine. Yeah, if you can stop, if you can use portion control, you'll be completely fine.
Yeah.
I just know that most people can't use portion control, so I don't even tell them to do it. They just don't even buy it. But if you can use portion control, you good to go.
So okay, and do you know my skin on my my skin's got really bad recently as well, and I really want to try and fix that, like smooth like yours.
That's genes, bro. I don't know what I did for my skin. Honestly, that's just how it is.
So, boss, I have one more question, then I'll leave you to it because I know there's probably people waiting for you or
Yeah, we
something.
got 2 people waiting. Well, go ahead.
Yeah. So do you know, like, as long as my protein's high, like, example, if I eat, example, just chicken breast by itself, that like for lunch, yeah, and it has like 160 grams of protein in it. If I eat like 800 grams, and I have 1,500 calories left, can I eat like a small pizza for dinner if I'm like already basically full anyway?
As long as you're in a calorie deficit, you will lose weight. As long as you eat enough protein, you'll be able to build or keep the amount of muscle that you need, that you're trying to keep while you lose the weight. So just hit your calorie number, eat the right amount of protein. If you want to do chicken breast and then eat some pizza later at night, that's fine. You can do that. The reason I don't recommend that is because it can be hard. Like when you're eating food that tastes that good, it's hard to use portion control. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
but I eat the whole pizza, but it has 722 calories in it for the whole pizza.
Yeah, if you can fit it in your calories, you're fine. Like you go ahead, you can do that.
Yeah.
All right.
So what pushed you to keep going every day? That's my one of my main obstacles.
Just remember what your goal is, man, and just keep telling yourself, if I follow these steps, if I eat this food, if I do this cardio, if I do these workouts, I will look the way that I want to look, or I will reverse my diabetes, or I will lose 100 pounds. So that's kind of what it is. When I first started, I lost 5 pounds the first week. Then I started dieting and doing cardio. Once I seen that initial change, that was it. I just knew if I keep doing this, I'm going to keep losing weight. Then eventually I'm going to reach the goal. So you gotta honestly, like, you gotta just believe that what you're doing will work. And I think that will keep you, driven.
Okay, and do you know? Wait, so do you think what about the days? Like, does a scale weight matter or not?
Yeah, it does. Now, every day the scale is going to fluctuate, right? Some days it's going to go up, some days it's going to go down. So let me tell you like this. When I was losing, so I lost 100 pounds in 6 months, right? Now, what my plan was, I was doing only 2 meals a day. I was eating chicken breast and lettuce, right, for lunch and dinner. I wasn't even doing breakfast, and I was only eating maybe 15 grapes if I needed a snack later in the day. But I was running 10 miles a day. I was running 5 miles in the morning, running 5 miles at night. And even though I was doing something that extreme, my weight was still fluctuating, from the water weight, whatever it was. It'd say 250 one day, then 247, and then 249, and then 246, and then 250 again. So the weight was still fluctuating, but week by week, it was going down. So you just got to keep on following the plan. And what you want to look for is, on a weekly basis, you should see that weight going down. But day to day, it's going to fluctuate. And if I got people who do everything right, but the weight will go up a little bit, and then they'll quit and just go have a cheat meal, and they'll just ruin all of their progress. And it's like, no, weight is going to fluctuate on a daily basis. Don't let that make you stop.
Okay, and wait, but the joke I was on my like diet when I was aggressive cutting, the weight never went up. It was always going down. So if it always goes down, does that mean you're losing
No, no, no,
fat?
no, 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 no. If the weight's always going down, you're doing something really aggressive, so that makes sense.
So if I'm on this cut, like the 500 deficit cut, will and the weight's always going down each week, like 2 pounds each week. Does that mean I'm losing fat then?
As long as your strength isn't going down.
Oh, so can I just use machine weights? Because I don't really like using the dumbbell weights. It like kind of scares me. That's the problem.
You can build muscle using machines.
Okay, and how do I like lose face fat? Like, how do I get like a proper sharp jawline?
Just lose weight. You get down to 12% body fat, your face is going to be a whole lot more trim.
Okay. Wait. So, well, what do you think for ideal man is to have like the percentage, like 15%? You think that
It depends on you. You know, personally, I look my best when I'm around 9% body fat.
9%? And do you know when you lost? When did you like actually start seeing results? Because you lost 100 pounds. Like you lost a lot.
To be honest with you, I ain't really see results until like months into it. Everybody else did, but I didn't. You know, because you see yourself every day, and body dysmorphia is a crazy thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I was probably 50 pounds down, and I didn't even notice. So I only notice when I take photos and I compare it. It's so crazy how your mind will play tricks on you. 50
Yeah.
pounds lighter, didn't even notice it. You got to look at the pictures and then you'll see it.
And so example, if one day I want to have a KFC, like every weekend I want to have a KFC. If I fit the KFC in my calories, will I gain weight the next day? Will I weigh myself or not?
Yeah, you'll gain weight. You'll be heavier because KFC has a lot of sodium, so you'll be holding on to more water. But it's not like if you fit into your calories, you're not going to gain body fat. Just be some water retention.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
That was the last one. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
8 p.m.
Okay. Thanks.
Later.
See you later, boss. See you later, boss. Thank you.
All right. We got Erica next.
Hello.
Hello, Erica. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Well, good. First, I want to thank you for taking the time to open your platform to be able to answer these questions. I found you, I want to say like maybe 3, 4 months ago, and I put definitely a few people on just following your post. So thank you.
You're welcome.
I
Thank you.
yeah, I found this more than helpful, and I'm ready to purchase your plan. I wanted to get myself at least started and committed before I dedicated a financial, means to it and really, narrow my focus that way. So,
Yeah.
but I have a couple questions.
Yeah.
So so I have some goals. Basically what's happening is I was a little bit over 300 pounds and I'm a short person and that was my heaviest weight before I decided to do something. So I started cutting out carbs and I dropped 70 pounds with that. And I started working out and doing those things and I saw the difference, right? With just the sheer habits, changing eating habits, not having a 32-ounce Slurpee a couple times a week and things like that, right? So all of that worked for me. Then it didn't, right? And it was what we call that easy weight where I lost just by changing the diet and cutting the carbs. Now it seems like I'm at a plateau. And I've gained some of that weight back. So now I'm around, I would say about 250 pounds now. And I want to lose weight, but where I'm stuck at, and I've been doing the chicken and broccoli thing, I've been weighing out my food and all the things, and I see it happening, but it's not translating to the scale for one thing. And then the second part of that is I've been doing it consistently for 3 months with little to no cheat meals. And I went to the doctor and they said, "Oh, you've lost 6 pounds." And I'm just like, how? When I've been doing this for 3 months. And it's not, again, I'm still struggling with getting past the easy weight. Yeah, I remember that, losing that. Now we're in a plateau and I don't know what to do or where to go from here. So I can use some advice.
So, as you lose weight, your body burns less calories, right? Also, have you been doing cardio too?
Yes. So I at least try to work out 3 times a week and I've upped my cardio to like 45 minutes. That's a combination of the Stairmaster and the treadmill at an incline.
All right. So it's two things. As you lose weight, not only does your body burn less calories because now it's lighter to move, so your body don't got to work as hard, but also when you're doing cardio for a few months, your body adapts to the cardio and it just gets more efficient at doing the cardio. So it's not working as hard, for the balance sig or whatever it is, but your body just gets easier. Your body gets better at doing the cardio. So before, let's say you burn 400 calories doing the cardio, now you probably might be burning 300. So you're burning less from doing the cardio and your body's burning less because you're lighter now. So, and then also your body gets a little bit more efficient at utilizing the calories that you do eat. So your body may be burning less calories just because you've been in a deficit for so long. So that explains the reason why the weight loss slows down for a little bit. So what I like to do with clients is 3 months in, we'll do a diet break where it's still a meal plan and it's still going to be controlled. But instead of us trying to be in a deficit, we're going to eat at calorie maintenance. And we'll do that for 2 to 4 weeks, right? And
Okay.
then we go back into a calorie deficit. Now, during this time when you add calorie maintenance, the weight might go up, but 9 times out of 10, you just building some muscle. It's not like you gaining, body fat back, right?
Okay.
But then when you start getting into that calorie deficit again, you start seeing the weight loss, like aggressively again.
Okay.
Also,
Okay.
as you lose weight, you got to recalculate your calories, because at 300, your body might be burning 3,500. At 250, your body now might be burning 2,400. So your body is going to be burning less calories as you lose weight. So you got to keep on, recalculating what your calorie deficit number is now.
Okay. Okay. So when I did that calculator, like what you said, I think it said 15, a little bit over 1,500. So I said, okay, I'm going to try to operate at 1,200 as being, in my deficit. And like I said, even with when I've done this, because I started January 10th, so April 10th would be my 3 month. I said, if I can do what he says in these videos for 3 months, then I can really see where I can go with this. So I did that. And like I said, when I got on the scale as a doctor, it didn't translate. But what I've noticed is I have noticed things are changing. I put on clothes that I couldn't fit 3 months ago or two. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not actually happening on the scale. And it's a weird thing that I see with my tummy. I don't know if women, we just measure ourselves by like how flat our stomachs are. And I don't have an obsession with it to a certain extent. I notice like it's lifting and it's getting smaller, but it's not disappearing the same. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I see changes, but it's not as flat as I want it to be. And everywhere else I see like, oh, okay, this is getting smaller. These things are fitting better, but the tummy is still a significant area where I'm like, okay, I don't see much change, but I see like a lift happening, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
I know what you mean there. That's just because, like, the belly is where body fat tends to accumulate first. So
Okay.
it's the last place for it to go away from. Just like I told the last guy, Dexter, usually like your arms, right, will be toned when you, like, for guys, if they get down to 16% body fat. But to see like the same kind of definition in the belly area, you got to be down to like 11% body fat or 10% body fat. So it just takes time. Just got to keep on losing the weight. But yeah, that's the last place for it to go.
Okay.
And also the reason why you might see, so a lot of times when people start following the meals that I recommend, because they are eating more protein than they were before, 9 times out of 10, now it's like, you start building more muscle, you start getting stronger, because most people are eating like 90 grams of protein a day. When they transition to what I'm saying, they're eating 150 to 200 grams of protein a day, which does translate in 9 times out of 10, you're building more muscle. So that usually will slow down how quickly you're losing body fat.
Okay. And to top it all off, like I said, I have goals. I'm working on body composition. I tend to gain weight in the top half of my body. And what I'm trying to do is transition that to the lower half of my body. So the rule and metric of when I work out, I've been lifting heavy lower at the bottom with like lower reps, and then higher reps and a lighter weight at the top. So I am trying to build muscle at the bottom, so that I have a more balanced physique versus just being larger at the top. And so it's hard to do that and lose weight at the same time. Like it's hard for me. So
okay, how many times do you train in your lower body a week?
Twice.
Okay, you going like hard with it?
Yeah, like on a leg press, that one where you're in like the seated position and you're like lifting it off of you, like kind of in a lower seated position. I don't know what that's called, but I do like 450, 475 on that.
Okay.
So that's an example of what I'm able to, on my leg days.
Would you say you're getting stronger?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I definitely would say that. Mm-hmm.
So that's good. As long as you are getting stronger, especially in your lower body, like every 2 weeks, if you see, okay, wow, I'm getting a little bit stronger, I'm doing one more extra rep, that means you're building muscle in the lower body area. And as long as you are, losing weight, it might be slow, but as long as you're losing weight and you're getting stronger, that means you're losing body fat and building muscle. Now, it may take time. It will take time. So the most important thing now is just consistency. You drop 6 pounds over 3 months, right? So instead of saying, dang, you know what, this ain't working, I'm gonna quit, the right mindset is, all right, might be taking longer than expected, but I'm just going to keep on following the plan. I'm going to keep on following the plan.
Yeah.
2 years from now, you definitely going to be where you want to be.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
No.
consistency is the name of the game.
Yeah. And even when I think about some of the other things you just said, it makes more sense when you say, oh, because again, at the doctor's office, that's just a scale. That's not weighing how much, muscle I've accumulated, because I know I'm actively working on trying to gain muscle in certain areas of my body. So I don't think it accounts for all of those things. But like I said, I see it in clothing for sure.
Hey,
I just, like I said, it's that tummy area. Women, we have sometimes, not all women, but we have that lower pouch area, and definitely at 300 pounds I had that. So like I said, that's gone down significantly, and now instead of where I feel like it's getting smaller, I'm experiencing a lift in that area where it doesn't hang as low as it used to for all intents and purposes, and it's lifting and it's flattening, but it's not as flat as I want it to be, and I'm struggling with that. So
hey,
but I do go
I
ahead.
recommend taking pictures, take photos.
Okay.
Weekly basis. But like I said before, there was a time I dropped 50 pounds, and I'm like, I don't even really see a difference. But when you look at those pictures, you're like, oh, now
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
Just take photos, just stay consistent with it.
Okay. And then my last question that I have for you regarding, well, actually, I just have two more. One, in regards to the creatine, I know someone else in the comments before I jumped on your live had he agreed it was a good question. Creatine, should we be taking it every day, even if we're not working out?
Yeah, 5
Okay.
grams every day.
Okay, 5 grams every day. Okay. And then the last question is back to the belly, because again, this is my problem area.
You good?
If you are experiencing a lift in that area, like I said, it's not as hanging as low and it's getting flat, does that mean you're headed in the right direction in that area?
I'd have to see a picture of what you're talking about.
Okay. All right. So it's like you can see your hip line more, and I have pictures, and I don't mind DMing them, but it's like you can see your hip line area. It doesn't it's just lifting from the bottom, and it doesn't, like, that little pouch area doesn't hang so low. It's actually lifting up and flattening out. And I was just like, does this mean I'm at least trending in the right area for it to get smaller and eventually go away?
Yeah, I mean, listening to everything that you say, I feel like 7 months from now, you're going to see a major difference. I think you're definitely going in the right direction.
Okay.
Going off everything you said.
Okay, yeah, and then, like I said, I just have to be honest with myself in terms of the snacking, because that's another thing for me. But I switch to protein snacks now, so at least if I'm snacking, I'm getting the protein.
Even with that, you still got to track your calories, track everything.
Yes.
Even, because there was a time I was doing the Bear Bell protein bars, and one day I ate like 5 of them. Then I tracked the calories. I'm like, oh shoot, this is 1,000 calories extra. I just had a protein bar. So
yeah,
even with that, like, track everything. Make sure that you hitting that calorie target that you need for the day.
Okay, all right, I can do that. Well, again, thank you so much for your help and your time. I really appreciate it.
Nah, no problem.
All right, take care. Bye bye.
Oh, we gotta go to the gym, right? Yeah, so getting ready, baby. All right, Nathan, what's up? All right, guys, I gotta leave in like 5 minutes, so we're gonna have to, be kind of quick with this one.
Cool.
How you doing, Nathan?
I'm good. Thanks for all that you're doing. Amazing stuff. I can see that, you're gonna blow up, but definitely more in the next couple of months. So I'm glad I get to speak to you before you blow up and can't sign autographs anymore.
Yo, baby, you hear this? Let me sign it. Go ahead.
Awesome. Quick one. So I think my biggest challenge right now is just starting. Are you there?
Yeah, my bad.
It's just starting, and so I'm just trying to get a sense check of like what you would advise for a person to start. Do you think like maybe a fast, or like just doing certain foods to ease into it, or do you think just go straight in cold turkey? That's my first question, actually.
Well, so just back for a second. What's your goal? What are you trying to do?
I'm at 250. Want to get down to, I want to lose about 30 pounds, 220.
All right, so you 250, you want to get down to 220.
Yeah.
Man, like if I was your coach, I'd just have you just jump right in, because I already know that first week you're going to see the scale drop like 5-6 pounds. Some of it's going to be some water weight, but a lot of it's going to be body fat. And once you see that, you're going to just keep going. And
right.
then by summertime, you're going to be 220 looking good, feeling good. So I would just have you jump right in. The number one thing, most important, is going to be getting your diet right. So, like for you, keep it simple. Shake for breakfast, 9 ounces of chicken breast with a bunch of veggies for lunch. Same thing for dinner. If you feel like you craving carbs or something, you could do a little bit of rice with the lunch and dinner. And as a snack, I would just snack on the favorite fruit. And you do that for 7 days straight. You know, I would cook the food in advance, have it in the fridge so that I'm able to stick to it. So there are no excuses. I'll take my meal prep to work with, whatever it is. I wouldn't even go out to any like parties or I wouldn't go to any functions for the first month because you don't need that temptation until you make this a habit. I would do that. And then that first month, if you down 15 pounds, that's all the motivation you need. Like, you're not going to want to stop.
Okay. My next question real quick. Have you heard of hyperketosis, this other thing that I guess I see online?
Yeah.
Is there any similarities with it? Like, do you think that's something that could be done? I think it's just like not cooking with oils, keeping it lean protein, low calorie.
If I'm correct, the keto diet is, I don't want to change tabs because then it's going to black out. But if I'm not mistaken, the keto diet is when you do like a lot of protein and you do fats. The carbs are just really low. To be honest, I like my approach more because it's a little bit more like sustainable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying you can't do carbs. I'm saying do a little bit of do a little bit of rice if you need it.
Okay.
You know, I think my approach is a little bit more balanced. So I'd rather have you do that.
Cool. And then very lastly, just again, so my big thing is like you just said, relaxing on the weekends, socials. Is there a way to like strategize for that? Because when it comes to weekends, normally there's something happening, and it could just feel a bit restricted.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. So what I would do personally is I'll take my meal prep to whatever party I'm going to, or I would eat before I go and still take a meal prep or take some protein bars. This way, if people eating fried chicken and fried fish and cake, like, one, I'm not starving, so I got way more willpower.
Right.
Two, if I do need to eat something, I got my meal prep.
Get it.
But you know, what's the word? There's a saying, but it's like, I would just rather not be around it. But if you need to be, at least now you're prepared.
Get it.
And if you're not starving, your willpower is going to be way higher. You ever went to a restaurant and you starving, and it's like, oh, just give me the bread, give me, I just need the food. But if you go there full, you're not really hungry. It's like, I'm good on the bread. You can make better decisions. So that's a little hack that I like to use.
No, amazing. Thank you so much. All right, I'll let you go. Thank you.
No problem, man. No problem. It's back day today at the gym.
Okay, cool.
All right. Hello, Mimi.
Hello again. I know you have to go soon, so I'll make it quick. Sorry for cutting it off. I didn't know you were still talking at the last time when I left.
Oh, no, you good.
But I wanted to touch on, I'll make it super quick. I got the app and everything. I'm about the third person, 2 before me, who said they're like close to 250. I'm around like 240, and I am short as well. Like the woman, 2 people before me said, I'm actually like 5 foot even, which is kind of crazy to say out loud, 5 foot and like close to that. So obviously, I got some work to do, but it's all good measurements. I wanted to ask you about like, how did your mindset, because 100 pounds, I think you said, is what you lost. That's a really big change in lifestyle and your way of living. I know I'm talking fast. I'm trying to make it fast.
You good? No, you good. Take time.
How did, I guess, your mindset change in that, and what was the process in that? And like, did you maybe look more towards the future? Did your mind go more towards the future and be more excited for things to come? Like, I get to wear these clothes now. I'm maybe I'm starting to feel this way. Like life is a little more different now because I'm losing this weight. And being able to trust yourself. How did you to yourself? How did you think about yourself? Like, are you able to trust yourself more? Can you just like touch on your mindset in the process of that? Because that's a really big, feat. That's a big climb, and that's a lifestyle change, really. So I kind of want to prepare myself. I got the idea, and I love that everything is so simple. Meat and veggies. I'm a lazy cook anyways, and I got some protein snacks, So I'm down. I got the grocery, the cooking. It's more so my mindset, and I'm trying to really get more to getting myself off this couch and doing my dumbbell workout or doing my little, workouts and stuff.
Well,
I'm kind of holding me back, and I don't know why I can't get to the exercise. But I know
okay.
what's ahead of me. It's just I need that mindset that you experienced.
I would say back then, even to this day, the thing that drives me the most is, hey, just having a big vision for myself and just kind of like envisioning how I'm going to look and
Okay.
feel 3-4 months from now. Just have, okay, I'm gonna have, back then, right? My thing was, yo, if I lose weight, I will have a 6-pack. I'm gonna look like this. I had like,
Mhm.
like body goals.
Mhm.
So maybe it was, I'm gonna look like Michael B. Jordan if I lose this weight, or
Mhm.
the other guy from Creed. Like, but I'm gonna look like that if I lose this weight. And it's just after that first week, right? When I first started, I
Yeah.
just got really like kind of strict. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna discipline myself and I'm just gonna see what happens at the end of this first week. When I seen that I lost 5 pounds that first week by doing that strict process, I was like,
Same.
okay, I found it. If I just keep on doing this,
Right.
eventually I will get to my goal. Though at first I thought I just had to lose 20 pounds. All right. I lost
Right.
20. I wasn't there yet. I was like, okay, I just got to keep on going. I got to keep on going. But just having that big vision for yourself, just knowing, okay, I'm going to look like this. I'm going to feel like this. Life is going to be like that. Just dreaming about what the future is going to be like and just being inspired by it every day that you wake up. That's just going
Mhm.
to pull you towards that goal. You're not going to want to have cheat meals. You're not going to want
Right.
to miss the gym. Every single day I ran my 5 miles in the morning and 5 miles at night, no matter how much my knees hurt, how tired I was, because it was just like, yo, I'm this close. I'm this close.
Right. Right.
So just be inspired. Just have a big goal. Just imagine how good you're gonna look. We're gonna go to the beach this summer. I'm gonna wear this, and even lie to yourself a little bit if you need to, but just
Visualization. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is there some type of, like we like to call it, delusion to it? But that's not a bad thing. Hey, it gets you there. It helps you get there. Did you write anything down? I see you have a whiteboard, not to be nosy, but I'm a Virgo and whatever, but I like visuals and I like writing stuff down, looking at it, and writing kind of makes it more concrete type of thing. Did you
yeah.
write anything down? Did you have any pictures? Maybe even a Pinterest, or anything like that?
Nah,
Anything physical,
that's something my wife would
tangible?
do. That's something my wife would do. Nah, I didn't do any of that.
Okay,
What I
but it
will
was
say is
in your
like,
mind. It was visual, and it
yeah,
was that feeling.
yeah, like right now I write down my goals. So I write down.
Okay.
So as soon as I open up my notes on my phone, I see my goal. Okay, the goal is hit this business metric, hit this fitness goal. So every
Mhm.
day I see it. So it's just reminding me of what the goal is and the actions I got to take to reach that goal. So
Okay.
what I do personally is I set a goal and then I like kind of outline the 3 important things that I got to do for that day in order to reach that goal. So for myself, it's eat this many calories, right? Eat this meal, this meal, this meal, do this much cardio, and do these workouts on these days. So, and I know as long as I do this consistently, I
Mhm.
will reach the goal. So I just keep it simple like that.
Okay. And with those goals, if you had like, oh, be down 5 pounds within that time, and if you didn't reach it, did you recalculate? Did you, recalculate your plan, or stick to the plan and we're just gonna keep up, lose five
Yeah.
pounds, and then when I lose that 5 pounds, then we go to lose 10 more pounds. Like, did you recalculate during the way? In the
If I get
beginning.
close, right? So if I get close to reaching the goal, then I'm just gonna
Hmm.
leave it. It is what it is. Just
Okay.
take a little bit longer. But if I'm like way off, we gotta recalculate something. Something's off. I will say
Right.
when it comes to the weight though, right?
Hmm.
I do weigh myself every day. And once again, that just kind of brings it to the forefront of your mind. So if you are making good progress, it's a reminder. If you're making bad progress, it's a reminder. So I'm not about to eat some cookies and cake. I just weighed myself. I'm not where I need to. It just puts a little bit more pressure on you, hold you a little bit more accountable.
That makes sense. All right, then. Thank you.
Not
I'm
a
not
problem.
too keen on keratin. I know I watch your videos every day and all your new uploads. Is something to take to build muscle? Is that different from protein powder?
Yeah. So creatine, it gives your muscles energy. So if you take creatine, you
Okay.
go to the gym, you'll be able to work out a little bit longer. Your muscles will function a little bit better and you'll recover a little bit better. Protein is different. That's like the actual building blocks. That's what your muscles are made up out of. So protein is a necessity.
Hmm.
Creatine will just give you a little little boost with your workouts. You'll get a little stronger on it. But if you had like, you need protein. You don't necessarily need creatine.
And these can be used together. I'm 28 years old, so I'm trying to use all the energy that I have left.
You can use, you need to eat enough protein. Like
Right.
you need to, like, now protein powder is just a supplement. So if you can't eat chicken breast, right?
I do the protein shakes, the Premier ones.
I didn't eat breakfast, so I just had a shake,
Exactly. I'm not a breakfast person. I do the protein shakes.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't eat till around noon.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, so like you should be doing both. But if you're missing creatine, it's not the end of the world.
Okay. All right. I'll configure this. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Have a good one.
You too. All right, everybody. I gotta go. Oz, I see you there. Oz. I'm sorry. Shoot me a DM or something, but I gotta go. I gotta get to the gym. My wife has been waiting here patiently. She's trying to go get her lift in. Peace out, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, and I do fitness coaching. So if you want to work with me one-on-one, I got a link in my bio, or you can message me. But if you find that link, you can fill out that application. If you get approved with it, then I'll reach out to you for the fitness coaching. But peace out.